Recording in progress.
Okay, let's see. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the live training. Welcome into this Tuesday edition. Hope everyone's had a good start to the week. Let's see. As usual, if you are new to Dubb, please put a 1 in the chat if you're new to the platform. Please put a 2 in the chat if you're returning. If you've had Dubb for a little while and you kind of know your way around, you've recorded some videos, you feel pretty comfortable, but you've used it for a while. 2 would be great. And then a 1 if you're new. You just either on the free trial, or maybe you just subscribed, or you're just checking some things out. It would be good to know. Or you just got the platform and you're just starting to use it. 1 would be helpful. I see that Larry, you put a 1 in over there. Let me come over to you really quick to say hello. Larry, if you want to say hi, you can unmute yourself and say hello if you'd like to.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good to meet you, Larry. What kind of brings you our way?
Just checking the platform out. I need to do some videos and stuff for social media and stuff to get my business going a little better.
Okay. And what's your what industry you're in, Larry?
I do a little bit of healthcare and then group purchasing resources. We help companies save money on all their monthly expenses. We can reduce their expenses by about 10 to 40% a month across the board.
Okay. And do you what's the prospecting look like for you? Do you have email lists that you reach out to? Do you just do social posts and have people fill out forms, or how do you kind of get clients coming your way?
Alignable, LinkedIn, and email post.
Okay. Well, we have a specific LinkedIn strategy that we show during the training. So it's pretty much using a screen video, and you're on top of someone's profile. People have used that a lot over the years. I'll show that when we get to that point. As far as the email stuff, is it all cold? Are they referrals? Are they warm?
Basically cold, trying to make them warm, just send them one about every once a week, just keep in touch with them.
Okay. Well, the thing that, do you have like an automation that runs that does that, like with your CRM, or do you just kind of manually do bulk sends?
I do it all myself.
Okay. Because we have, do you have a CRM for your contacts that you use?
Yes.
Okay. Which one do you use? Do you have HubSpot or Salesforce or?
HubSpot, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Because you can do, depending on what you have, you can set up a little drip sequence. When people sign up for Dubb, one of the things that we do until someone subscribes, they'll get like a 13 email sequence, and it'll have different facts every time, different reasons why you should use the platform. So if you're reaching out to these folks cold, I'm not sure if you're doing that right now, but what you can do is every time you do the outreach, it could be another either testimonial or reason they should, that's a part of their expenses that maybe they're not thinking about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I switched the message up and sent them like a little short video clip of the business.
Okay.
Normally.
Well, I would, the thing I'm going to show now, like when I do the training here, I'm going to show you just some different styles of how to record. But the LinkedIn one I would pay attention to, and the reaching out to business in terms of cold outreach. We always say kind of A/B test everything. So doing your cold that you've done, you could technically do a group. Like say you did 50 emails a day or 20 or whatever your output is. You could split it where half of them do not have a video, have a subject line that has a hook in it, has one sentence in there that makes a statement about a business's expenses, and then asks a specific question. And if they respond back to that really short email with a statement and a question, then I would send them a video. Then you could take the other half of the cold outreach and just record a video. One video, just, less than a minute. That way you can only record it once. It's efficient and it can go to everybody. And then you can kind of split those and see how they do.
Okay.
That's usually what we do with cold stuff, because cold's a little different, obviously, than warm. It's just a very different animal. So, but that's something we'd recommend. But as far as that, but for today, I would just pay attention to LinkedIn and pay attention to a webcam style video, which I'm going to show in a second, which could be a very direct way to communicate either a referral, introducing yourself to someone, or having that hook about what someone needs to know about expenses. So we'll get that in a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Good to meet you, Larry.
Nice to meet you.
And let's see, did we have any other ones in here? I think everybody else is returning, I believe. I don't see any other ones in here. If anybody has anything on their mind, just drop it in the chat as we're kind of moving along. I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to show kind of the basics of how we kind of do this. And if this is you're returning and you're getting the reps in here, here is going to be some of the important things that you need to know and just things you need to implement. One of the first things I'm going to talk about is going to be the hook. Now, this is something that we are really, really, really big on. We talk about this all the time. We do it with our own stuff. So before you even record a video, you got to have a hook. Social media has affected sales in a big way in terms of, we're all on our phones, and if we see something within the first couple of seconds, it doesn't get to us, we're swiping and we're going on to the next thing. So it's kind of that mentality is kind of seeped into the sales part of this, which is, video making. So without going into a huge production on something, you just want to be able to find out a different phrase that someone's going to want to see for your hook and want to watch these videos. So one of the things we recommend is if you have a ChatGPT, you have a Grok, you have a Gemini, if you even use Auto within the Dubb dashboard, use the AI to come up with your hook first. To tell the AI, look, I need a 5 to 6 word hook. Give me 20, 30 examples. Here's my ICP. Here's my ideal client profile. Here's why I'm reaching out to that person or that group. And here's what I want them to do after seeing this video. Here's the action I want them to take, whether it's booking a time in your calendar, checking out a case study, whatever it is, that's what I want them to do. So when the AI gives you back those, 3 to 6 word, somewhere I wouldn't go beyond 6 words. The reason we say 3 to 6 words is because when you're doing videos, that subject line of the email, you don't want to have it too long so it gets cut off, all the juice is in front. And then a style of video I'm going to show in a second with recording, 3 to 6 words is pretty good. So you need to get that hook first, and then you can focus on what kind of video you want to record. So here's what these Dubb videos look like. So let me share my screen here. And these are different styles of Dubb videos you can record. Now, this first one here is your basic webcam recorded video inside the Dubb platform. I'm using the Dubb mobile app, which I have on my phone, and there's a whiteboard feature where I can type this message. So the hook that we just talked about, that'll fit perfectly right in there. It's like 30-something characters to type on there, probably about 3 to 5 words within that range. And then you also want to put that hook right up here in the subject line, right here. So this can be the same hook, or it can be slightly different, but it should be the same theme. You also want to have the word video in your subject line, the very first thing that they read. So having the word video will make it stand out. Having your hook, because you got to get them to open it, obviously, before they get here, and then they see this. Now, what you're seeing here is an animated video preview to GIF of the video. So when you hit record with Dubb, whatever way I record, the first 3 seconds is going to be on repeat like this for the first 3. You can change that within Dubb if you want to with editing. So if you want to change what that looks like, you can do that. But if you're doing a bunch of videos throughout the day and you want to be efficient, it's good to know to be ready when you hit record, and that first 3 seconds is what's going to happen. So we want to give as much context as we can, and we want to have that hook. Now, this style here with the webcam holding up the whiteboard, really good for introductions with referrals. It's really good for cold stuff because if you're trying to make a point about something, the point is right there in front of them. So this is probably one of the most straightforward ways you can do this. If you're doing an update to your list, like it's one to many, what's that one thing that everybody can relate to that you want them to know about? And this is something you just sit right in front of your webcam and do. Now, the last part is the movement of it. So you just want to have a little bit of movement. You can just move it towards the camera, a little point, a little wave, goes a long way. Now, this style too, you can also do this. You can have a virtual background that sits behind you. So this is really good for someone's profile, like you see here. It's really good for websites you want to share, articles, screenshots of an action maybe someone took, maybe they filled out a form, their property if you're in real estate. So whatever that visual is, if you're not holding up the whiteboard and you just want something behind you, you've got to be able to give enough context to that person, kind of like a movie trailer before the movie. Like, oh, I recognize that. Or, oh, I'm interested. That's what you want to show. Now, you can do a combination of both of these things. I can do the virtual background and I can hold up the whiteboard. So I can, in this case, I have Sarah's profile behind me, but I have a question for her. That's where my hook would be. If I had a property that someone was interested in real estate, put the property behind you just with a screenshot, and then bring up either the property address or the reason someone should check this property out. So combining the visuals with the whiteboard, that's kind of a cool way to go, but you could do one or the other. And that's, again, right from your webcam. Now, you also can record screen videos. Now, screen videos are really good for any kind of website you want to share. This here is done with the Dubb Chrome extension. It's a browser-based screen recorder. It sits right up here in the browser. And how I got that was I just Googled Dubb Chrome extension. It's a 3-step process to pin it up here in the browser. And anything within the browser that you want to be on top of pointing something out, this is great to use. So market update, like you can see right here in real estate. This is really great for reaching out on LinkedIn, which I'm going to show in a little bit. You can be right on top of someone's profile. But any website in any industry you're in, anything you want to share where you are the authority, walking someone through someone in a very way that, hey, check this out, look at this, look at that, works really well visually. Now, as far as the annotations that you see on the screen, these little arrows pointing towards there, those are cool to have before. It's bringing your eye right to the middle. And notice, again, I have my whiteboard because I have my hook. You don't necessarily have to have that. You could be pointing at the title or something, but why not bring in another element that we know it's a market update, but there's been a big change within the market. So whatever you're showing on the site, whatever industry you're in, you're trying to make a point. It's kind of like not burying the lead. You kind of want to have the lead a little bit about what this is going to be about. Now, we also have another screen recorder that we use, and this is called the Dubb desktop app. So you would just Google Dubb desktop app. You download it from Mac or PC. And it's a little different than the Chrome, where the Chrome was right within the browser, whereas the desktop app flies over the top of everything that you're using on your computer. So if you want it to be on top of a Canva slide deck, document, website, video, whatever you want it to be on top of, you have the ability to put it on top of. You also can do some other cool stuff, like you can crop. So notice here I have the site pulled up, but I'm zoomed in on what I want to show. And there's some other cool options as well. So when I show you both screen recorders back to back, you'll be able to see the differences and the similarities. But from a short form, anything browser-based within your browser, Chrome, anything over the top of everything, and you want a lot of flexibility with that, desktop app. Now, we also have the mobile app. So the mobile app does a lot of stuff. So you can do a virtual background behind you, just like we did with the webcam. You can do text on here like we did with the webcam. So that little combo you can do right here. You also can use the hook. So before, when I was on the webcam, I held up the hook with the phone, right? Well, here, just type the hook. Have it above, below, wherever you want to put it, font size, color, however you want. It's all the same idea. Now, you also have this little function on here with the mobile app called picture-in-picture. Picture-in-picture is really good for property walkthroughs in real estate. It's like perfectly made for it. So you could record what's in front of you. It uses both cameras on the phone, and you can just say, hey, check this out right here. Have a reaction to what you're showing. If you're not in real estate, if you're at an event or some kind of meeting and you want to get the crowd or the crew that you're with and do a little commentary on it, then post it on social media, that was cool. Or you can send as an update to your contact list. If you pull up a website, you're sitting at your computer and you pull up a site, someone's profile, article, all the stuff we just went over, you could pull it up, sit in front with your camera, your phone, hit record, and now you're showing the site that you're on and you're on the screen as well. So it's just about visually being different. If you're ever with a client in person, let's just say you're sitting down, you're having a meeting with a client, and they love, working with you. You could do a quick little video testimonial where they sit across from you, use the picture-in-picture. You're up here in the corner, they're sitting right there, and you got a cool little video testimonial you're doing right in person. And you can post that to social and then have it in your other stuff as well. So all of these are different visual use cases for the moments that you want to really make an impact. Now, when someone gets these videos and they click on them, it's about their experience that happens here. So it's about what kind of experience are they getting on this landing page. Now, we call this in Dubb terms a preset. It's a preset landing page. It's going to have your logo, the video you created right in the center, playlist videos that are going to play right after this video you created. They're going to play seamlessly right after it. So the cool thing about the playlist is you can add a video that you record one time, minute and a half. And it's basically your pitch video. Why should someone work with you? Why should they go with your product or services? And you only record it once, and it will play right after this first video. because these first videos should always be focused on that hook, why they want to click, the challenge that they're facing. And they shouldn't be too long. I would stay under a minute, 30 to 40 seconds. Have your hook, get in, explain the value that you want, and say, by the way, click a button below to book a time in my calendar, all that, or check out the next video it's going to play. So it's really about value that you're offering here in the hook, and then that one video you record one time that follows it right up with what you do and why someone should work with you. And if you have video testimonials, this is a nice spot to have them in the playlist. If you don't have them, I'll show you how to get them in a second. And then below these videos are your call to action buttons, your CTAs. Someone watched the videos. Now, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want to link to an external form? How about they check out a case study? What about leaving a review, emailing you back? So there's a number of options you have down here. Maybe you want to link to an educational library that you have. So when you have multiple buttons below, just put them in order of importance from left to right. And at the end of these first videos you make, always have a strong call to action at the end. All you have to do is click below to book a time in my calendar. Just point physically below and name that button. Now, if you want to get more video testimonials, if you already have some, or if you don't have any yet, the reply with video button right down here is a really good button to use, and a lot of Dubb folks do this. So the record a video, have that button below it, and then send it out. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using the Dubb platform. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It's really quick. It's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click that reply with video button below and send me back a video. Let me know what you think. And then you can ask them whatever questions you want. They send you the video back, and then you make it part of the playlist. And this is probably one of the most important things you can do on your preset landing page. Leading with value with that hook, followed by a video about what you do one time that you record, followed by video testimonials. The last part of this page is right over here to the right. This is your AI assistant called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And when you have this on your page, it gives someone the ability in real time to get some questions answered, because maybe they're thinking about booking a time in your calendar, but they haven't done it yet. But you know what? I want to find out some more information. So you can have your FAQs over here. You can ask the AI a question. And when you do interact with the AI is going to give the answer, and then it's going to push for your desired outcome. Where in this case, it is booking a time in my calendar. But it could be anything, all the stuff we just talked about, whatever you want them to do next. That's what the AI is going to push for, because it wants to keep the momentum going. Now, you can educate this AI inside the Dubb platform with a PDF you can upload and individual website pages that you can feed it. And it will learn physically what's in text on those pages. So one or the other or both, and then it becomes very educated on what you want it to know, so it can help you move everything along. Now, the last thing about these preset landing pages is, in every industry, there's always a split within segmentation of your audience. If I was in real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expires, residential, commercial. If I was in recruiting, employers, candidates, coaching, consulting, different kinds of industries, financial, is it investing? Is it, something else, insurance, mortgage? All these different industries have different parts of their audience. So you want to have a preset landing page for different segments of your audience. So the simple split of buyers and sellers in real estate, I want to have a preset landing page for my buyers, and I want to have one for my sellers. Because that way, when they watch these videos and they see these buttons, they're all related to that part of the audience. And when you get on a paid plan with Dubb, one of the first things we do is we meet you in an optimization setup. The team will help you set up the buttons, the pages, everything. So you're ready to go right out of the gate. And all of this is tracked too. So did someone open my email? Did they watch the videos? Did they interact with the AI? Did they click on any of the buttons? All of that will give you the ability to follow up in a really smart way, because you know what they've done. Now, as far as recording this stuff, how would we record this basic webcam video that you see right here? So what you would do is, inside the Dubb platform, you would go to create a video right up here at the top, this red camera button. And when you're in here, it's going to open up your webcam. Now, if you want to get the whiteboard that you saw, Dubb mobile app, Dubb app, Dubb-app. And when you have that, this is what this is going to look like. Here's the mobile app here. Button that you want to press for the whiteboard is right at the top, that square button with the little person. Select that there, and that's where you're going to type. So when I typed in here, I just typed my hook that we talked about. I have my hook, type it, turn it, just like this. That's all you have to do. And then if you want the virtual background behind you, just go below, select virtual background. We have all of our stock stuff here, but go to your photos and then just upload all the screenshots that you want of the different scenarios we talked about. And it creates a little library for you like this. And then just select the one that you need. And once you select it, then you're right here. Just make sure you have a good light source in front of you, ring light, natural light, combination of both. If you are talking with your hands, just keep them within your shoulder range so they're not out over here. And if you're going to use both at once, like we talked about, whiteboard here, virtual background behind, just like that. Now, every Dubb recording option has the ability to use a teleprompter. So if you want to use a teleprompter, which is pretty cool, once you get used to using them, it keeps you on point. You can get the exact phrasing that you want. Just takes a little bit of practice. So in this case, if I want to access the teleprompter and use it, I'm going to click right up here at the top. And notice the first thing at the top says create new script. That's because I have to have a script saved into Dubb before I can use the teleprompter. So if I click create new script, it'll take me inside the Dubb platform, and I just copy and paste my script in there and save it. Now, once it's saved, I can scroll and find the scripts that I want, or I can search for a script by title, like this. Now, when the teleprompter comes down, here's the functions: speed, up or down, play button, see if you like it, back the text off, or zoom it in. And if you want to do any editing, it's a little pencil icon right here. Because sometimes when you write a script and then you read it out loud, you might want to change a couple things. So you have the ability to do that. From a physical eye line perspective, I would go about arm's distance away, let the words flow up into the top eye line. And then to record, this is what it would look like. I'm going to bring my hook in. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And here we go. Hey, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop that recording, stops the teleprompter. Click it again, keeps going. If I want to delete this video, tap the red X. Are you sure you want to do this? That's always a good button to have. And then if you want to save this video into the Dubb platform, it's the check mark right here. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap it closed. So very straightforward way to communicate. Whiteboard here with the hook, or the virtual background, or a combination of both. So I'm going to click the check mark here, and this is going to save this video into Dubb. Once it's saved into Dubb, it's going to land on the video edit page of the platform. So when a video is in here and it's on the video edit page, you can do a number of things in here. Let me just select a different video here. Here we go. So once you save it, first off, right at the top, you can change the title of the video internally. Just make sure you click the check mark when you're done. You can preview what this video looks like on a preset landing page. Just go all the way to the right. It's a little square button with an arrow. Select that there. Opens up a new page in a tab. And there's my video that I recorded. Here's my playlist videos, my AI, my buttons, everything. I get to preview what this looks like before I send it out to anybody. Now, if I want to change it to a different preset landing page, I can select this little drop down here. Notice there's a check mark that says, hey, this is your page, right? This is what I'm using. That's my default preset landing page, which is anytime I record a video, that's always going to be my landing page, unless I change it, which I can. I can click on a different preset landing page that's already been created, and it'll change everything about the background if I want to do that. I also can download the MP4 file of any video that I record, which is really good for social media because the social media platforms like the raw video. So you can record something, download the MP4, upload it to the different platforms. You also have the ability to use a QR code. Every Dubb video has a QR code. So if I was at a live event, I had a booth or something, or I was just there meeting people, I could pre-record a video. So when someone scans it, it says, hey, listen, great meeting you at the event. If you want to keep in touch, all you have to do is click below. If you're doing an open house in real estate, why not have the QR code right on a counter? Someone clicks it, says, hey, thanks for coming to the open house. By the way, similar properties you can check out below by clicking the link. Or any other scenario, like any kind of physical mail marketing that you do. Why not have a QR code on there that has a nice video related to you checking out their stuff? You also can upload this directly to your YouTube channel if you have one as well. Now, these panels down here, the first one is analytics. So analytics is we have this little AI coach called Kyra. So if you want immediate feedback on your videos, just click generate. It'll give you a delivery analysis feedback, some feedback on your content, some feedback on your visuals. And over here to the right, you have activity. Like we mentioned before, when we send this video out, who's clicking on the buttons? How much of the video are they watching? Are they, what's the activity is happening here? You can really drill down on what you want. You also have a details tab. The details tab always reminds you, remember, these are the buttons below your video. There they are. This is the sales assistant on your page. There it is. These are the playlist videos that are going to play after the first video you recorded. And I can add or delete any of this right here if I want to. And if I ever sent this video out to someone and I forgot to make some changes here, I still can make them and they'll refresh on the other side for the person. You also have an editing tab. So any video that you save into Dubb, you can edit. So I can hit the play button here. I can drag my timeline. Let's just say I want to cut something out, bring it to the first cut point. Let's say it's right here. Select the scissor icon, splits the clip in two. Play it or drag it to the second cut point. Scissors. Now you got 3 pieces. So whatever is highlighted in orange, that's what you'll hit the trash can on, and it's gone. And if you want to bring it back, just click that undo button. Undo, 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 and we're right back to where we started. Lastly, with the design tab here. So like I mentioned in the beginning, when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds repeats as the preview. If you want to change that to a different visual, just drag your timeline to whatever you like better visually. Click generate thumbnail, and that will be the preview. You also can upload your own thumbnail as well. So a lot of options. So we recorded a video. We have it on a preset landing page with all our buttons, everything we want. Now we just want to share this. So to share it by email, what you would do is open up a compose, do what we talked about before, make sure you have the word video in the subject line, make sure you have your hook that we talked about, little bit of text in here in terms of why they should watch, and then you're going to add the video in. To add the video in, inside the Dubb platform where we just were, anytime you select a video, this big blue share and send button will be right here to the right. Just click this here, put the email in of the person you're sending it to get that advanced activity tracking. You can add a little text at the top of the video if you want, right here. Click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste. And you drop it in just like this. Now, if you want to use a shortcut, there's a shortcut available with Gmail and Outlook 365. So when you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second, when it's pinned up here in the browser at the top, this little Dubb button is going to show up in Gmail right down here at the bottom. And Outlook 365 will be off to the right. When you select that button, it opens up the recorder like this. Let's see, make sure it opens up. Hold on, let me refresh this. Okay, so when you select this button here, it opens up the Chrome extension recorder. We're going to turn off the camera and notice how I'm scrolling through my video library down to the bottom right. This is where you're just going to select the video that you want and you drop it in there, and then you're able to send it. So it's just a little shortcut where you can drop a video in right from inside the provider. Now, in terms of screen recordings, this one that we looked at in the beginning that we mentioned, this one right here, the Dubb Chrome extension, anything browser-based that you want to be on top of website-wise as a screen recorder, Dubb Chrome extension. So we're going to use LinkedIn as an example. But again, this could be any website that you want to be on top of. You have the Chrome extension. You're going to click the little button up here at the top, and it's going to put me on the page like this. Now, when you're on a website, you want to think about a couple things here. You want to think about, where do I want to place myself? What shape do I want to be? Because you can change the shapes right here. And what size do I want to be? Like this. So size-wise, I don't want to be too big because I don't want to cover everything. Placement-wise, I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. So think of a cool place to put yourself. And then shape-wise, I'm going to keep myself as a circle because Ruben's in a circle. So just kind of play with the aesthetics of the page you're on to kind of put yourself in a cool spot in a good shape. Now, once you're here, you can mess with the little tools here inside. You can zoom yourself in if you want a tighter frame. You can back yourself up. You can physically move yourself around inside this bubble to get you where you want to be. You can jump to full screen when you want to make a point about something. You can go back to the page. You can go right over here and turn your camera off if you want to. If you just want to walk someone through a site and not be on camera, you don't have to be. You also can technically use your headshot if you want to use that. And if you are live, you can do a virtual background behind you right inside the bubble here, like we just did before. You also have an annotation tool that you can use to point things out anytime you want to do that. You have a teleprompter that you can use. The teleprompter here is a little bit different than the webcam one you saw before. This one you can physically move around. You can grab the sides and go like this and kind of manipulate them. And when you pull up your script, you have the same options. You can do the same scroll speed up or down right here, and you can back the text off or zoom it in. Now, when you are physically going to use this, you're going to move it towards the camera at the top. But as a reminder with the Dubb Chrome extension, because it's browser-based, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of a gap at the top so you can tap on this to bring it forward to be able to physically use it. If you go full screen in your browser, you're going to lose the teleprompter tab. You won't be able to click on it to bring it forward. Lastly, you got 3 orientations to record. The one that says camera all the way to the right, if I click that, it's going to open up like a webcam. If I select tab, it's going to be a nice clean cut of this page. You won't show any of the tab mess I have at the top. And if I select screen, it's going to get my entire computer screen. So if I wanted to take Ruben on a little tab journey, I could say, listen, check out this website, click on one of the tabs, and it will follow me around. But I'm going to go tab for this example. I'm going to bring in my hook that we talked about before. I'm going to hit record over to the right, start recording, choose my tab. There it is. And I'm going to click share. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? I wanted to send you this quick video, my friend, because you are an author, which is amazing. Click record. I love clicking record. So I did my whole 3-second thing we talked about before, right? Get a little look over, a little point. I'm talking the whole time. That's going to be the repeating motion. And then I jump to full screen. Jumping to full screen when you use screen recordings is pretty cool when you want to make a point about something. Breaks the visual, gets their attention, and goes back to the page. So to do that, you can take your mouse, go right over the top of your webcam like this. I'm doing it right now. Double click it. It brings you here. Double click the page to go back. You also can select the little square button in here with click it here, brings you here. Click here to go back. Now you also can scroll and be very free flowing if you'd like to. If you also want to pause the recording, hit the pause button right down at the bottom. Take a break, get yourself set up, get ready again, and then click resume. If you want to use the annotations right over here to the left, use some arrows, do some text on screen. You can also do numbering if you'd like to. You can draw on the screen, circles, underlining, and all of these annotations are not going to follow you down the page. So they're going to stay sticky right where they are, which is nice. So if you want to reach out on LinkedIn, this is an awesome way to do it. If you want to share any website where you're pointing things out, jump into full screen, making a point, this is a really impactful visual way to reach out to someone. So I'm going to hit the check mark below, and it's going to save this video into the Dubb platform. Now, once it's saved into Dubb, I have it. It's there in my library. Now, how would I share this video that I've recorded with Ruben? How would I share it with him? So I want to connect with him first on LinkedIn. I want to be a first connection. Once I am, then I'm going to click message, and then I'm going to have the ability to send him the video. Because we have an integration with LinkedIn where there's a little Dubb button right down here at the bottom like we saw in Gmail. So when you select that, now it's going to open up right here. Let's see if it opens up. My computer's being a little wonky. Hold on one second. Let me redo this again. It's basically the same shortcut you saw within Gmail. So when you click in here, the little Dubb button shows up, and then you can share a video like this. Dubb, here we go. All right, looks like it's being a little temperamental. Anyway, when you click that Dubb button, you can drop a video in. You can see it right here, and then you're able to send it. So that's the experience you want someone to get on LinkedIn. Now, as far as the last screen recorder we use is the desktop app. So you're going to Google Dubb desktop app. And again, this is going to be like a drone that flies over everything on your computer. It's not just caught within the browser. It can go on top of anything. So once you get the Dubb desktop app, Mac, it's going to be at the top, the little D symbol. On the PC, it's going to be at the bottom. You're going to see the functions right here. And then just click View Quick Menu. Pops it up here. And then you have its functions. We're going to look at recording a screen. So we're going to click this here, and I'm going to show you the differences and similarities now between the Chrome that we just saw and the desktop. First of all, the bubble. The bubble is exactly the same. Does all the same functionality. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. It's just that the annotations with the desktop are going to follow you. So when you use them, they're going to follow you around. So you want to use them, delete them, and then scroll around. If you're going to use the teleprompter, similar to the Chrome, that you can move this around, but different in the options that you have. So down to the bottom, you're going to notice it says auto track. So that is voice recognition. So if I was going to hit record right now, the script would go at my pace at which I'm speaking it. But if I want scroll, like you saw in the previous two examples, just tap that closed, and now you have scroll. See, just like this. I can do the speed up or down. So it's a choice of voice recognition or scroll. You have that ability to choose with the desktop app. The last part is the recording itself. So notice there's a red slash in the little square right down here at the bottom. What that means is when I hit record, it's going to get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of the red slash just by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the border that I'm recording. So right now it's on landscape, which means I can take this thing in the proper YouTube orientation and put it on top of anything that I want. So whatever's within the blue lines will be part of the recording. I also can click down here into portrait. So I can do a social media formatted video right from my desktop app in the proper proportions. Just put it on top of whatever you want to put it on top of. You also have the ability to use custom. So custom gives you the ability to crop around anything that you want to crop around. This is a good one to have because if you're cropping around a listing agreement or a contract or a document, you can get really lined up perfectly, explain what you want to explain, and you can show what you want to show when you're able to crop. So it's a really cool function to have. Now, the last part is the recording itself right here. So I'm going to tap the record button, 3, 2, 1, and now I am recording, just like this. I can pause and resume, but I'm going to hit the check mark now. Now, before, the check mark meant saving it into Dubb. That's not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window that says you just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So we're going to record some clips, merge them together into one video, and then save it into the platform. The cool thing about clip recording is that you can drag and drop videos from your computer and make them part of your story. So if you have an MP4 file that you want to make part of this, drop it right in there and make it part of the story. Now, what I just recorded was a screen recording clip. So how would I continue recording now? I got one clip, but I want to keep recording. So down to the bottom left, there are 3 creative icons you can choose from. The one all the way to the left says record screen video, which is what I just did. That's style. So I'm going to select that button. It's going to bring me right back where I was. And I could have pulled up a different background or document or whatever I wanted to change it to. And now I'm going to hit record again. And I'm getting another clip in the same style that I recorded the first one. Hit the check mark. There's my second clip right there. And I can physically move these in any order that I would like. So I don't have to record chronologically, which is pretty cool. I also can tap the 3-dot menu on each one of the clips and download or delete each one. And that's good because you might have a clip you love, but then get rid of the one you don't like. Now, there's also a little button down at the bottom left, which is a webcam icon. So if I want to do a webcam clip, just select the webcam icon to the bottom left, hit record, and now you're recording something that is completely different visually than what you just recorded with the screen recording. Hit the check mark, and there's that clip, and it looks different than the other ones. The last choice down at the bottom left is Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to take a pre-recorded video that you've already done, put it inside of a bubble, and place it on top of anything you'd like to place it on top of. So let's say I'm sitting in front of my webcam and I'm going to do a market update. And I have my teleprompter and I'm recording directly to my webcam about the market. I save that video into Dubb, so it's done. And then I pull up the market update on my computer. And then I click narrator video icon down to the bottom left. It takes me into my video library. I find the video that I pre-recorded. There it is. It puts it inside of a bubble. And now all I have to do is just hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do all the talking, and I just have to scroll around and move, point things out, whatever. But the pre-recorded version of me is going to do all the dialogue. So it's pretty cool to be able to use that. Now, when you're ready to merge these clips together into one video and save it into the platform, you can click the upload button to the bottom right. That will combine them together and save it. Or you can select the edit button to the bottom right. The edit button is going to merge those clips together into that one video. But then you can do a quick little edit session right here before you even save it into the platform. And the editing here is just like the one I showed you inside of the platform. But you have a cool option to do it right here if you want to, before you click the upload button and save it into Dubb. So number of options in terms of recording. The last kind that I'm going to show you here is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app is very similar to the desktop app in terms of how it records. And it records in clips. So when you use the mobile app, it's going to be like using the desktop app, but kind of on the move. So this is what this would look like. So to record with the mobile app, here's what you would do. So here is the home area of the mobile app right here. You can see the video library right here in the middle. To record a video, all you need to do is tap the blue camera icon at the bottom. And once you select that and you first are using this app, you're going to notice that there's a default timer of 1 minute. It's just going to be on this right here. You can select different specific times. I always slide mine over to 10 minutes. That way I don't get cut off. I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I am recording. Timer here, timer here. And you can pause and resume this video right over here if you'd like to. And then to end the recording, just tap the circle again, and there is the clip that I have just recorded. Just like the desktop app, clips. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area. I'm going to tap record one more time. Here we go. Timer here, timer here. There is my second clip. And I can physically move these. So I don't have to go in order. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide it. Now I can also tap on a clip individually. And if I do, I can delete it, trim it. And if I select edit, this is where I can do some stuff. So I can add some royalty-free music here if I'd like to. We have a whole library of all kinds of music you can add. Just make sure you adjust the levels of your voice in the music so it doesn't overwhelm your voice. You also can click the text icon one more time. And when you do that, this is where you can add your hook that we talked about in the beginning. Type it in here, and then you can physically change it to different color, font size, whatever you'd like, put it wherever you'd like. You also have an option for a voiceover to the right. So if you select the mic icon, you can do a voiceover right here. You also can speed up the action to the right of your clips. So if you have an action clip, or maybe you're running down the hallway or doing something fun, you can go all the way up to 10x if you want to do that. You also can add burned in subtitles down to the bottom right, or you can burn them in at the end. Now these icons, let me go right here. Hold on, let me go here. Let me reshare this here. Okay, let's see if it brings it back up. Okay. Okay. Let me go back. It looks like we're frozen here. Hold on. All right. So what do these icons do over here to the right? If you select the tooltip at the top, it's going to tell you what those icons are, their function. Now, for me, I always like using a countdown timer. It's this one right here. So you can do 3 seconds or 10. So when I select the 3 one and I hit record, this is what it looks like. 3, 2, 1, and I'm recording. Now, we also have video stabilization, which is right here. So if you're doing a walk and talk and it's too herky-jerky, just select low, medium, or high, and it will smooth everything out. If you want to use a teleprompter, right here. So when you select this one, just go in here and choose the script that you want. You can adjust the speed right here. You can hit the play button, see if you like the speed. You can make any changes by hitting the pencil icon like we did before. And if your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be, either increase the speed or move everything up with the guardrails here, like this. So your eyes stay right here at the top. You also can use it for landscape, for YouTube. So if you want to turn to its side, it will adjust to the side just like that. Now, if you do have an iPhone, this is an option for you. You can select the gear icon to the left, go to auto track, and then this would be voice recognition. So what if your most powerful growth tool was a story from one of your happy clients? So notice how it was highlighting the words as I was going. That's voice recognition. So just select the gear icon and it's either auto track or auto scroll. So you have that as an option with the mobile app. And then tap the X to close it. Now, if you ever recorded a video outside of the Dubb mobile app and you have it on your phone and you want to make it part of this story, go to the folder icon here. It'll bring you to your photo video area on your phone. Find the video you want. So do you want to add it as a clip? Yes. And it will add it right in here. If you want to record your screen, this button. If you want filters, this little button right here. So you can scroll your way through black and white, skin smoothing, different effects. You can kind of move your way through there. If you want to use picture-in-picture that I talked about in the beginning, select that button there. It puts you on the screen in front of you, hit record, and you can physically move yourself around, make yourself bigger, smaller, zoom into the background, whatever you like. And the last part down here to the bottom is your virtual background. So just screenshot stuff on your phone, pull it up, drop it behind you, and you're able to record it. Now, when you're ready to merge these clips together into that one video, select the button to the top right, that blue arrow button. It will merge all the clips together, and then you'll have a finished copy on your phone, and then you can upload it into the Dubb platform with the blue upload button. And that way you can access this video anywhere inside of Dubb. Now, one of the last things that you can do with the mobile app is you can share videos with this. So when you're in the home area here and you want to share a video, here's your video library. Pick the video you want to share, and it's the blue horizontal button that says share video below. Click it, then click copy for email, copy to your clipboard, paste. Click copy for SMS, copy, paste it. Or you can select the two icons to the top right, the block icon for email, the paper airplane icon for SMS. Now, if you do have, let's say, a CRM or a third-party sender that you really do enjoy, you already have the technology, you're using it, you have all your contacts, you have everything set up in there, you just want to be able to add video, you absolutely can do that. We have a whole list of CRMs and third-party senders that we work with, and you can see that list right here. It's pretty extensive. So you can just keep the workflows that you have, just add video to them. Now, if you don't have a CRM and you want to use Dubb, you can do that. So over to the left, you can go under CRM. You can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks. You can do deals. You can do bulk sending, email and SMS. You even can do drip sequences with automation, which is part of our Pro Plus plan. So a lot of options in terms of recording, in terms of sharing. And if you have any questions, a great resource right here in the middle of the dashboard is our AI guide, Otto. You can ask Otto anything related to Dubb. Hey, Otto, how do I use the Chrome extension? Or how do I do that, record from my webcam? It'll give you a breakdown of all that. I'll give you links as well, training links. You also, if you have strategy questions, I'm in recruiting. What are the top 5 videos to send for recruiting? It'll give you that. So Otto is a really cool source. You even can do script writing right in here where you can write a script, save it into the Dubb platform, and then you use it in a teleprompter. So a lot of options. Now, also, we have a referral program called Dubb Partners. So right here to the left, down at the bottom, if you click apply now, it'll create a referral link for you that we do a 30% recurring commission on for anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that referral link. So we have a lot of people that have done really well over the years just by either passively mentioning Dubb or being a little more aggressive and directly selling Dubb. So we're very supportive of our partners. Invite them in here to the training, dubb.com/T. Let them come in here. We do our thing in here every day. If you want support in terms of strategy, every Thursday we do a webinar at 11:30 a.m. PST, and that is for Dubb partners. So if you want to learn more about strategies to sell Dubb or mention Dubb or have it available so you can get those commissions, because if you're on a paid plan with Dubb, you get 4 or 5, 6 people, you got a free account and we're paying you instead, which is pretty neat. So, if we can drop those links in there, if you don't mind. So that's Thursday at 11:30 a.m. PST. That's the Dubb partner one. We also have a real estate focused webinar every Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. Darius, our co-founder, he runs that, and it's all real estate related. And then yesterday, we always have our founder coaching. So Ruben and Darius, the founders of Dubb, every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. They have their own curriculum that they go through. They have a little form you could fill out called Open Mic. So you can get advice in and out of your business platform wise. That's every Tuesday, and you have to be part of our Pro Plus package to get that. So if you're on Pro, and you're thinking about upgrading to Pro Plus for automations and that kind of coaching and that kind of level of attention there, that would be Pro Plus. Okay, so let me come over here. Ina, how do we do question-wise? Did we get everything answered there in the Q&A in the chat?
Yeah, no questions in the Q&A and chat. More on AI note takers.
Oh, got it. Okay, the good old AI note takers. They always have something. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ina. Anybody have any questions? Let's see. Larry, I know we chatted at the top. I would say the 2 takeaways for you would be the webcam video holding the whiteboard and the LinkedIn strategy that I showed in terms of the screen recording.
Yeah, the LinkedIn, really interested in that one. So
yeah, and if you want, this is something we tell everybody, and people do send us these, which I like. I mention it all the time. This is feedback@Dubb. I just put the email in the chat. So as you're getting to learn this, if you want to practice a LinkedIn one, you can connect with me on LinkedIn and then send me a video kind of like it's a practice, and I can give you feedback if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, that way you get to kind of live it out. But the first thing you want to get is the Dubb Chrome extension. So just Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a 3-step process to get it in your browser. And then just watch this training back. It'll be on our YouTube support channel, which is where it will be in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else on your mind, Larry?
No, it's very informative. Really liked it. Really enjoy. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. So
that's awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Yeah, we try to. The biggest thing with everything, no matter what industry you're in, it's just identifying use case, hook, tech, and then applying it. That's really the 3 steps that you got to do. That way, it doesn't become overwhelming when you see a lot of cool stuff. You're like, oh, I'm going to go with that, and that's what I want to do. So, yeah.
Right.
Cool. Well, good to meet you, my friend.
Yep. Nice to meet you. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody else before we go? Anything on anybody's mind? Sheila?
Sonia has a question in the Q&A. Yeah. How does SMS, how does it show?
So the SMS, so Sonia, let me come over here and unmute you. Sonia, can you hear me okay? If you want to say hi, Sonia, you can unmute.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good to meet you.
Yeah, I do a lot of SMS.
Yeah.
Because of the quick response.
Yes. Yep.
So how does it show? First of all, I think I understand how you send it, but not really. But how does it show up on the SMS?
Yeah. So when you text something, like, let me just show you this right here. So this, let me go back over here. I'll show you. So whenever you send a Dubb video, you have the animated preview, right? The first 3 seconds. This is what it should always look like. But the thing with SMS is, if you were to text me and we have never communicated before, right? I'm only going to see a link. It's not going to show that preview because we have not communicated. It's like a block on the phone. It's like, privacy protection stuff. But what you can do is you can do the whole permission-based send, which is what we recommend a lot. So what industry are you in, Sonia?
I'm in health and wellness.
Okay. So if you had like a, let's say I filled out a form or something, right? I took an action. I was like a warm lead, but I haven't communicated with my phone, right? You could say, you filled out this form. You did this thing. Here's that thing that you wanted. Can I share this video with you? And then they say, yes, you send the video. Technically, if you sent the video and they responded, then it would show up. But it's always good to kind of do the permission-based thing first, If they're cold, like how much of them are not cold? If it's a cold contact with a phone, you technically can download the GIF. Like if you texted me, right?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Because you can't send video through SMS right now, as far as I'm concerned. It's always, as far as I know, because what they're saying is it's always going to be a link.
Yeah. It'll be, well, the thing is, it'll always be, and this is the case with any of the Dubb stuff. You can send the video, but you want them on that landing page. So when they get that video, it's going to take them to the landing page and then they'll watch the video, which is what you want anyway, because then they can click the buttons to respond. You get all that good stuff. But
then it is like the GIF. I'm envisioning like the little circle with the hook going, going this, and then that at least will have them read the rest of it where they link to the landing page.
Yeah, exactly. It would be like a 2-step process. You know what I mean? So what you could do is, I'll show you right here. You can go like this. you would go, let me share my screen for the phone. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So see the little 3 dots below the video to the right next to the pencil icon, the little 3 dots. If you select that
Yes.
there, see where it says download GIF?
Oh, yes.
Then you can send that separately. So technically you could send the link, then the GIF, you know what I mean? And then it would be able to do that. So they would have to respond so the link could be clickable and take them somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So I think using the permission thing or reminding them whatever the use case was in terms of how you have their, you know, their number, that's always helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And where are your pricing plans on Dubb.com, right?
Yeah, Dubb.com/pricing. You always can email support if you'd like to as well. Support at Dubb.com. Say, hey, what kind of deals you got going on? You know, what do you got? You know, what's the juiciest thing you got going on? Because we technically have that.
And then on there, they can tell me as far as what you said more about an affiliate program, because I do have a lot of friends in real estate. And I just think this is great. And I'm also looking, because my friends are not tech savvy person. Well, we all come from Motorola, so we are tech savvy. We're all engineers. But they don't have the time. So I'm thinking, if I become proficient, like I become proficient at Wix, okay, people say, hey, can you create me a landing page? What? In 15 minutes, I got it. If I become proficient at Dubb, I can then do it for them.
It's great. Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, we have a lot of people that do that. So I think if you know a lot of real estate folks, I mean, there are really those 3 very specific examples of, if you're doing a market update, be inside the bubble, be in a screen recorder. If you're doing a property walkthrough, use picture in picture. So, it works great. So.
And then I can do a video session with them that I can get all my bubbles done, pre-done. That real estate thing, Wednesdays at 11:30 PST. Question, is that open to anybody or only to partners?
Yeah, no, you can go to the real estate one, and the partner one is open to everybody. The only one that's Pro Plus is founder coaching on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So
Got it.
But if you're pro, then it's open. Come on in. The cool thing about partners is, you know, once you get beyond 4 or 5 people, you got the free account number 1, but then you can go well above and beyond. We have a lot of partners that do that. They decide to create a little Dubb preset inside their Dubb account, and they just sell Dubb directly, or they just have a little button that lives below what they normally do. And people will say, hey, how did you send me that video? That's a cool landing page. Oh yeah, check out that link. And that's your referral link.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last question is, and I always ask because of anybody I do business with. So who's your biggest competitor?
Oh, we've always had, from day one, the oldest competitor in the space was BombBomb. They've been around forever. They were very big in the real estate space. There's Vidyard out there that does a lot of corporate stuff. So everyone kind of has their kind of niches and talents in tech. The one thing that I'll say that we've got always anecdotally over the years from people that have either accidentally found us looking for someone else or they come in is, number one, they appreciate the daily live training. We're one of the only companies that does this daily live like this. And 2 is Ruben and Darius and the team are very good at staying pretty much out in front in terms of the technology as far as trying to have what's available, because it's an interesting balance between not getting tech overload and using just the amount of cool stuff that you want. So that's really what it is.
Not only the cool stuff that you want, that it's the interface for the user. You don't need a PhD to use it. Yeah.
And I think Ruben and Darius, when they built out the UX for Dubb and where everything is, we've gotten some nice compliments over the years in terms of people saying it's, easy to use. But I think it's easy to use when you have your use case and you don't need to go crazy with other stuff, Like if I want to sit in front of my webcam, if I know I'm going to sit in front of my webcam and I'm going to take my whiteboard out and I have my hook and I know that's what I'm going to do because that's what I'm doing, then it's about what does the hook say? Then it's about how are you kind of moving and point, you know what I mean? And then it's about all those different things. Like you don't have to have 10,000 different technologies that you use. It's just about using it the right way. So. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. I've been looking at Dubb for a long time. I'm glad I got on this. Unbelievable. And I'm telling you, I build websites now. Never had any training, and now I'm very fast at it. So I kind of like this because I think this is this is where people are going. Our attention span is no longer
I know.
attention.
Remember
So
back when it
this
used to
is-
be an elevator pitch, and now it's like you have
Yes.
just a
Yeah.
moment before you even get in the elevator to press the button.
Right. So
Yeah.
this is absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words, Sonia. We appreciate it. Anybody else before we go? Anybody? We're at the top of the hour. Anything before we go? Going once, going twice, going thrice? Okay. Ina, thanks again so much. Appreciate it. Everybody, thanks for coming in. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Bye, everybody.
You too. Bye-bye.
Recordings